Well, we now have proof that Trump failed math in first grade. When Trump said that the cost of Thanksgiving was going down this year as compared to last year, he obviously didn't understand that when you serve dinner for 15 people or buy dinner for 15 people, it's going to cost less than the last year's numbers where they were uh, uh, supposedly buying meals for 21 people. 15, Donald, is less than uh, than 21, and it's about 70% less. And if you buy off-brand goods, those are less uh, than name brand goods. Those are concepts that you sort of learn at a very young age. But Trump didn't learn it, and we have further proof. His airline failed. So zero is not as good as making money. His casinos went into bankruptcy. That's not as good, Trump, as if they'd made money and kept people employed and if you'd paid the contractors. Losing money on your wine is not good. The losing money on virtually every endeavor that you've gone into and bankrupt, those are not good things. In fact, they're bad things. And those are things you learn at a young age, that two is better than one, five is better than three. To have a deficit, Donald, of $38 trillion is not as good, on the other hand, as having no deficit or reducing the deficit. There is such a thing in mathematics known as negative numbers that I'm sure the president has heard of but doesn't understand. The deficit is a negative number, and the higher that number is, the worse things are for America. But consistent with his consistently failing businesses, he thinks negative numbers are a good thing because he heard about it in some class. And then he also heard in advanced mathematics there's something known as imaginary numbers. It's represented by the small letter I. Now, he's learned this well because he comes up with imaginary numbers all the time. He said we have $17 trillion of new investments in this country. He said that people are rich beyond their wildest dreams, even though they're standing in food lines similar to the 1930s. The other numbers and other things he makes up are all imaginary. Well, Donald, those are things in advanced mathematics, and you didn't even pass it in kindergarten or first grade. How can you possibly expect to understand more advanced mathematical concepts such as imaginary numbers, except to the extent that you have imaginary facts throughout your whole life?